Hello, I am Sarasu Thomas. I teach on the Postgraduate Diploma in Human Rights Law. This is one of the oldest programs at the National Law School, and it has been popular for very many years. So if you're watching this video, you're trying to make a decision about whether this program is right for you. And I thought I would spend some time to describe this program. This is one of the many offerings that PACE at the NLS has. This program has one common paper that you will be doing with every other program, which is law and legal systems. So even if you don't have a background in law, don't worry. There is an initial paper which will set your mind at rest. The three specific papers that we have on the Postgraduate Diploma program are firstly on the concepts, secondly on the international human rights law, and the third is on human rights law in India. So in the first paper, you'll be looking at some of the important concepts of human rights, how did this term develop, what are the different ways of looking at human rights. And in the second program, you'll be studying the international framework that exists on human rights law. So these would be the treaties, the convention, the United Nations. You don't just study the way that the law is, but you also look at how the law can be applied to human rights problems globally. You look at some of the very interesting cases that have happened in different parts of the world, which have dealt with applying human rights and international standards all over. So you can see that is indeed a fantastic course. You're also welcome, of course, to compare it with the way that human rights has worked in India, which is the third paper, where we look at the development of human rights in India from colonial times with the freedom movement. We look at the Constituent Assembly debates of roles of key persons like Dr. Ambedkar in the Constituent Assembly, and we see how human rights have developed in the Constitution of India. Once we see how human rights have developed in the Constitution of India, we look at other sources of human rights law. We look at the legislations that have been made to protect human rights in different areas of law. We look at the cases that have come up before the Supreme Court and the High Court on different areas of law. We teach you basic skills like how to read a case, how to examine a legislation from the point of view of a constitution, how to see whether a particular government order or law or court decision is human rights compliant. And we give you tools in hand, the different kinds of mechanisms and remedies that are available in law in order to protect human rights. Many of you read the newspapers, or you may scroll down your Instagram page. You may come across different kinds of incidents which make you wonder, is this right? What can I do to address this? What can anyone do to address an issue like this if it happens to me? And some of these answers you will find in the course. So even if you don't intend to follow human rights further in your profession, you'll be interested to know that many of our past students have simply done it because they enjoy thinking about this issue. They enjoy discussing rights with other people, and they certainly have a great time in our course. The human rights course usually has a small cohort, not very large. So class discussions are something that students and of course we faculty members really look forward to. And many of the modules that are discussed in the courses deal with current affairs, with issues that are happening right now in our world, and to examine these issues from a human rights context. So whether you are someone who is planning to pursue higher education for your career, or whether you are someone who wants human rights to supplement the kind of work that you're already doing at your job, or someone who's simply interested in making a difference, or just curious about how things work in the world, this course is for you. For more information about this program, please visit pace.nls.ac.in.